Let's see some of the other interesting configuration that comes with Drupal that is very necessary for you to understand and know how to work with. If you go to configuration, which is here, you would see all of this, and here we have a number of features that you have to sit down with and work on them to make your site usable and friendly. To start with, we have people, and then within people we have account settings and IP address blocking. Briefly on IP address blocking, supposing your client asks you to block the website from specific IP addresses. This is why this is useful. If you click on IP address blocking, you'll be required to type in the list of IP addresses you want to block. That means if those IP addresses tries to access your website on the internet, they will be rejected and they won't have access to your website. For example, let me type in an IP address 10.0.0.0, that is my IP address, and then you click add. So this is telling me that enter a valid IP address. That means that IP address is not valid. So let me see if this is valid. This is not valid too. 1.0, that should be 4, we should actually, okay, good. So we have that as an IP address. We have blocked IP address, and we have the list of all the IP addresses that you have blocked. That is basically, let me delete it because I'm not blocking any IP address in this case, just to show you what that is. Now going back to configuration and within people account settings. Now we want to set some basic elements about account settings. Who can register on your site? Do you want anybody anyhow to come to your website and register on it? If yes, that means you can choose visitors as who can register accounts. Like our training website, that is training.reboundmedia.com.ng. We allowed anybody to register on that website, so we enabled visitors to register on that website, and we disabled this because we don't want a scenario where after you have registered you will be asked to go to your inbox, your email, to check for a particular message and follow the link and come back. That would be like, it's not usually user friendly. So that is why we disabled this, so that once you register on the website you're automatically logged in immediately and you have all the information that you need. But if you don't want anybody to have access to your website, you want only the administrators to be able to create users, that is why you have administrators only. This will imply that only the administrator can create user accounts on that website. Then the third option that we have is that visitors, but administrator approval is required. When a visitor visits your website and they register on the website, they won't be approved immediately. So until an administrator logs in and send a list of registered users and then approve that user if they want to approve that user. Apart from that, we also have this option, which is when canceling a user account, what action should the system take? For example, if you want to remove someone from the system, do you want to remove the account entirely and all the content that that user have created? If yes, then you can delete the content and all its content. We have some other options, that is disable the account and keep its content. By disabling, it means that you haven't deleted the user completely on the system, you only disable the account. So if they try to log in some other time, they won't be able to log in. The system will tell them that, hey, hello, your account has been disabled, contact the administrator, and things like that. Apart from this, you can also disable the account and unpublish their content, because if you disable a user account, their content will still be on the website based on the first option. But if you choose option, whenever you disable someone's account, their content, whatever content they have created on your website, will also be unpublished. By unpublishing content, we mean the content is still available on your website, but it is not accessible by anybody except the site administrator. Then finally, we have the delete account and make its content belong to an anonymous user. For every content on your website, there is a user that creates that content. But if you have deleted that user, the author of that content will automatically change to anonymous user. So if you prefer this option, this is what you would choose. Another section on this same page is personalization. This is where you enable signatures on your website. You want users to add their signature. You also want users to add their pictures. If you want them to add their pictures, you should leave this enabled. If not, you can simply disable it. Finally, on this page, we have a section where you have emails. Whenever you create a website on any, you create an account on any website, you usually receive an email automatically that thank you for registering our site, blah 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 blah. So these are the messages. It is here for you to customize. If you don't like what has been written here for you by Drupal, automatically you can change whatever they have in there. You can put it to suit your own design, your own application, your own website. However, if you are okay with them, then you are good to go. So these are the different emails that will be sent whenever anybody registers on your website. If you block someone's account and you want them to be notified, enable it and you already have the message written for you. So if you want to add more content to this, you can always do that. That is why Drupal is very flexible. It makes life very easy for you and has done a lot of things for you. After you are okay with the settings here, all you need to do is save the configuration and you are good to go. For a better understanding of how it works, configure this page however you want your application or your website to, however you want it to look like. Then you should log out and register normally as a new user to see all of these settings in action.